You won't believe what just happened at the Kennedy Center. Trump sent his people in to clean house, to purge the woke insanity that's infected our culture. And the mission was clear: make the Kennedy Center great again. But instead of draining the swamp, one of Trump's own appointees just pulled the trigger on cancel culture. The victim? A Christian conservative who helped build the movement that put Trump in the White House. The executioner? Rick Grenell. Yes, a Trump ally who just fired Floyd Brown for refusing to abandon his biblical beliefs about marriage. The left didn't take down Brown. One of our own did. This is the scandal they don't want you to see, and we're going to break it all down with some exclusive insight directly from Brown himself. Now, cancel culture isn't just destroying careers, it's destroying bodies. When you're under constant attack, stress, hormones, they flood your system, breaking down collagen, the protein that keeps your skin firm and your joints healthy. By 40, you've already lost significant collagen, aging faster than nature intended. That's why I use Ageless Multi-Collagen. 5 key collagen types from 4 premium sources, hydrolyzed for easy absorption, no clumping, no odor. Just mix it into your coffee or your smoothie. Clean ingredients only. That's why RFK Jr. loves it. No GMOs, no hormones, no garbage. Visit healthwithgary.com today for 51% off plus free shipping. Your body will thank you. Now, this is the betrayal that nobody saw coming. Floyd Brown, conservative legend and co-founder of Citizens United, recruited personally to help restore the Kennedy Center, he's been terminated, not by the left, not by the media, but by Rick Grenell, Trump's own appointee, who now serves as the interim president of the Kennedy Center. Brown's firing came just 2 hours after CNN contacted him about his Christian views on marriage. 2 hours. That's all it took for cancel culture to claim another victim inside Trump's own administration. President Trump himself laid out the mission for the Kennedy Center just months ago. Watch him explain his vision to restore this American institution and purge the woke programming that's been poisoning our culture. This is what Trump wanted before Grenell took matters into his own hands. Watch.
So instead of putting forward programming that tears our country down and tears our country apart, the Kennedy Center should be the nation's premier venue for lifting up the best of our country and lifting up the American arts, theater, music, and culture. And together, it's really an honor to be here. I mean, I have so many friends on the board. This is a hot board, just like we have a hot country. You know, we have a hot country. Our country was stone cold 8 months ago. It all began on November 5th. Does everybody know that that was Election Day? And from that moment on, and then January 20th came, and what we've done, we have almost no inflation. Our energy prices are way down. Our gasoline costs are way down. Groceries are way down.
Trump's vision was crystal clear. Lift up American arts and culture, not tear down our values. But something went terribly wrong. The president has been personally involved in transforming the Kennedy Center, even serving as the chairman of the board. Here he is at his first board meeting talking about the massive changes planned to restore this institution. Now pay attention to his commitment to making the Kennedy Center part of making America great again. Watch.
So we're going to spend a lot of effort, a lot of money on crime, and we're going to spend it on fixing up. We don't want graffitis on the beautiful white statuary marble, and we want to have our roads good and everything else. We'll be able to do that easily, and this is a part of it. I mean, Kennedy Center is a very big part of it, and you can't have this looking like it does. I'm so surprised because, you know, I know the person who was in charge of it, and he's a good man. I never realized this was in such bad shape. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to be here in a long time, and I shouldn't be with what I'm doing. But I thought it was important because I've been hearing reports, and I thought it was very important to make this good. It's a very big part of the fabric of Washington, D.C.
He's investing money and effort to fix what's broken, to make the Kennedy Center a cornerstone of our nation's cultural revival. Now, Brown told me exclusively that he was fired for these specific remarks you're about to see from 2023, speaking at a Christian conference about the influence of homosexual staffers in the Republican Party. These are the words that got him canceled, not by liberals, but by a Trump appointee. Listen to what Christian conservatives apparently can't say anymore.
Which I never talk about. So when I was on Capitol Hill, I worked in Republican staff. And what most people don't understand is that many of the Republican members have homosexual staff. And the reason that they do is because the homosexuals, usually, unlike me, I had 2 kids at home, I had a wife at home, I had responsibilities at home, and I needed to spend time with my children. And they don't. They didn't. They literally worked for the member 24/7 and then went out to Adams Morgan and had their gay sex and then came back to work the next day. And so inside the Republican Party, inside the RNC, I mean, it was President George W. Bush who appointed a chairman of the RNC who was openly homosexual. His name was Ken Melman, okay? And they went through the RNC and systematically filled it with homosexual staff. And that's why we never make any progress on family issues. You know, activists at the local level, we wonder why aren't our Republican members of Congress fighting for traditional marriage? Well, because they've got 3 staff members who are against it, and that impacts them. And it's a dirty little secret that nobody wants to share.
He shared an uncomfortable truth about why Republicans never make progress on family issues, because of internal opposition from staffers who don't share those values. Trump even spoke from the presidential box at the Kennedy Center, promising major changes from everything from seats to decor. Watch the president's commanding presence as he takes ownership of this cultural institution. This is the leadership that was supposed to protect conservatives like Floyd Brown, not fire them. Watch.
We're going to make a lot of changes, including the seats, the decor, pretty much everything. Needs a lot of work.
Mr. President, are you surprised by the reaction that the Vice President got here at the Kennedy Center with the underleader?
I don't know about that. He's the most popular Vice President we've had in years. He's doing a great job. I don't know anything about it. I figured you'd ask a question like that.
Mr. President, what are we talking about price-wise to renovate, to bring it up to...
We'll look at that, whatever it is. I think, it's such an important part of the fabric of the country and of D.C. So we want to do it right. We'll do it right and we'll do it once. So you want a little picture like this? Perfect. Go ahead. Are you guys ready? Come on. We're good, sir.
Sir, you want to speak to us later, too, when we're closer. That would be great. Perfect. Thank you, press. Right this way.
Whatever it takes to do it right. That was Trump's promise. But apparently doing it right now means purging Christians who hold biblical views. The president explicitly said that he was going to the Kennedy Center to straighten it out after years of woke programming. He wasn't worried about opposition. He was ready to fight. Watch Trump on Air Force One explaining his mission to fix the broken institution once and for all.
We'll see you very soon.
Are you going to the Kennedy Center tomorrow?
I am. I'll see you at the Kennedy Center. We have to straighten it out. It's not a good situation, like everything else in this country.
Do you worry because Vice President Vance was moved there a couple days ago that he may be trapped?
And he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Thank you, everybody.
Straighten it out. That's what he promised. Instead, we got a conservative fired for being conservative. And Trump made it clear that Kennedy Center would be the crown jewel of American culture under new leadership. He had total confidence in the team, including Rick Grenell. But watch what that confidence has produced. The firing of a Christian conservative who helped build the MAGA movement itself. Watch.
The Kennedy Center mission is to be the crown jewel of the arts and culture in our nation's capital. And under our new leadership, we're going to take this revered institution to heights that it's never seen before. I think we can take this to really because we have the right place. We have all the politicians, and then we have the people that want to get to know the politicians for lots of bad reasons. And, we have everybody here. They have to be here for something, sometime. I've got total confidence in the just great team that Rick and the group have put together. Sergio's done fantastically.
Taking it to heights never seen before. By firing Christians who won't recant their beliefs? This is not what Trump envisioned. And when a reporter asked Trump why he wanted to chair the Kennedy Center board, his answer was direct: no more woke programming. He called some shows a disgrace and promised to run it properly. This is exactly what Floyd Brown was hired to accomplish before Grenell pulled the trigger. Watch.
Why do you want to be chairman of the Kennedy Center board?
Because I want to make sure it runs properly. We don't need woke at the Kennedy Center. We don't need, some of the shows were terrible. They're a disgrace that they were even put on. So I'll be there until such time as it gets to be running right.
Have you seen any shows there? How do you know they're
I
terrible?
didn't go. No, I got reports they were so bad I didn't want to go. There was nothing I wanted to see. Thank you very much, everybody.
No woke at the Kennedy Center, Trump's own words, yet firing Christians for biblical beliefs is the definition of woke cancel culture. Conservative commentator Nick Adams went on Fox to defend Trump's Kennedy Center vision, saying it should be open to everyone and celebrate all arts. But he revealed something crucial. The new team hasn't canceled anyone. The shows that left did so voluntarily. So why was Floyd Brown involuntarily terminated? That's the question. Watch.
Look, the reality is the Kennedy Center is open for business for everyone. We just want an art center that celebrates arts. We want common sense art. We think that it's time to invite every single person to the Kennedy Center. But one important thing to note, we issued a statement tonight. The new team at the Kennedy Center has not canceled anyone. I know there's some rumors out there that somehow we were canceling shows. We have not canceled anyone. They've pulled out themselves, or they were told that due to ticket sales, it wasn't financially good enough, and they decided to back out because they were concerned about the finances. And so we want a Kennedy Center that is open to everyone. And what that means is that shows like Hamilton are going to have to allow Republicans to buy tickets. But Lin-Manuel said, I don't want to have Republicans coming here. I don't want to be in a space where Republicans are coming to my shows. I think that's intolerant. And that's one of the things that Donald Trump has really brought back into Washington, into America, into the Kennedy Center, is to say everyone is welcome. We're not going to cancel. We're not going to tell people that they're not welcome. Everyone is welcome.
How ironic, right? That was Rick Grenell. Everyone is welcome. No cancellations. Peak hypocrisy from his own mouth. Right there on Fox. Except if you're a Christian who won't abandon your faith, then Rick Grenell is going to show you the door. Isn't that just crazy? You heard it from his own mouth. Even Scott Jennings on CNN called out the absurdity of Kennedy Center cast members boycotting Trump's attendance. He said that they're too fragile to show up for work because of politics. But what about conservatives who do show up for work only to be fired for their beliefs? Watch.
Yeah, I mean, these people are too fragile to show up for work. I mean, the Kennedy Center is like America's theater. I mean, the president appoints the people who are on the board of the Kennedy Center. We use it for all kinds of big national events, no matter who the president is. And so it's kind of sad to me that these folks are choosing to grind personal political axes instead of going to work at the Kennedy Center. I mean, most people in America don't have the luxury of being able to call in sick from politics, but it sounds like that's what these people did.
The irony is thick. Liberals can boycott over politics, but conservatives get fired over theology. And here's what Donald Trump said. He was unanimously elected chairman to stop the drag shows targeting our youth. He promised the best is yet to come for the Kennedy Center. Instead, we got the worst of cancel culture. You can see it right there. President Trump was just unanimously elected chairman of the board of the prestigious Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. And Brown's termination email, his message was brutal. Look at that right there on the screen. Recant your beliefs or you are fired. He chose his faith. CNN never even published their hit piece, but Grenell fired him preemptively. This is friendly fire in the culture war. If Christians can't survive in Trump-controlled institutions, here's the question: who's really in charge? So if you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's time for my final thought. Now, this is not just about Floyd Brown. This is about whether Christians have a place in Trump's America. We sent Trump back to Washington to destroy cancel culture, not enforce it. We elected him to protect our values, not punish them. Floyd Brown helped create the conservative movement that made Trump possible. He produced the Willie Horton ad. He co-founded Citizens United. He's trained thousands of young conservatives, and his reward? Fired for quoting the Bible. Now, Rick Grenell had a choice: stand with a fellow conservative or cave to CNN. What did he choose? He chose to cave to CNN. Zero backbone. The message is chilling. Even in Trump's own institutions, biblical Christianity is now a fireable offense. If Grenell can cancel Brown, who's next? Every pastor who preaches traditional marriage? Every parent who objects to drag queen story hour? Do you think Grenell should be removed for firing a Christian? That's my question to you. Should Trump fire him and rehire Mr. Brown? Drop your answer in the comments below. And remember, show your values proudly with Next News gear at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.